And welcome to Out of the Ordinary. In this episode, I'll have a closer look at the people keeping history alive in the gullies of Adelaide's northern suburbs, plus stories about local people and local places. Hope you enjoy. Also on the program, looking after our coastal environment, urban culture in the heart of Whyalla, and a sensory playground for children with special needs. But first, an amazing story of love and dedication, and the family who've picked up on a dream that 10 years later has touched the lives of children worldwide. World Youth International is a charity with a difference. It's neither religious, political, nor a profit-making organisation, and it's also registered with the State Education Department. It estimates that it touches the lives of 45,000 children each year and aims to lift that number to 500,000 over the next few years.
We were founded in 1988 by my brother, Robert Hoey, and his commitment was he believed every child in the world deserved to be educated, and his dream was to build orphanages and schools all over the world. Sadly,
Robert never saw his dream realised.
Robert contracted cryptococcal meningitis. At the time, we weren't aware of the illness at that point, but over a period of 48 hours, his condition deteriorated quite rapidly, and he requested to be flown home to Australia. So my mother flew directly to America to be with Robert and was able to catch up with him just prior to boarding his flight. Robert tragically passed away on the plane coming home and died in his mother's arms, how he entered the world. You know, he'd started the organisation at the age of 21. Not many of us have that sort of courage. And he sadly passed away at the age of 28, very young. So at that point that my father, Ralph, said, you know, this organisation was built for a reason and it needs to be continued. So I will leave my businesses. I will take over this organisation. And the first thing I will do is build a school in his honour.
In 1996, Nepal, which has one of the world's lowest literacy rates, was chosen as the site of a school and orphanage. World Youth International financed the building and running of the school on land provided by His Majesty King Birendra.
We decided to leave our chosen careers, unite as one, and fulfil a destiny, which was to construct a school in Nepal.
Built as a memorial to Robert, the school now has 300 students and growing. Of these, many are sponsored by Australians.
The Gorka Bahu Daksena Award is given to an international identity who is leading in the field of humanitarian excellence. The King of Nepal personally handpicks which one he feels most connected to. And it was a great honour, a great shock. You know, we certainly weren't expecting it, but when we received a phone call that Ralph had actually won the award and we were both in this office together, you know, first thing that comes was tears, and then the realisation of what we've actually achieved. And you know, for us, it truly shows us that we're on the right path. You know, we are doing something powerful.
Being there with the other members of the royal family, and just being acknowledged for the humanitarian work that we've been doing. It's just wonderful.
Dad Ralph is Finance Director and International Projects Manager. Mum Anne manages sponsorships for the Nepal Orphanage. Terry is CEO, while his wife Krishna also helps with the management. Sister Deb looks after sponsorships for Kenya's orphanage, as well as education and training.
To the World Youth and the Hoey family.
Thank you.
World Youth offers cultural and academic exchange programs in addition to the community development projects they take on in various countries. Part of the fees and profits from the programs they run go to projects like the building of the Awiti Children's Home in Kenya.
With great pleasure that I open the home today.
These children now live in a new, unique eco-shell orphanage, which brings hope for many whose parents and families have died from the AIDS epidemic ravaging the continent. In partnership with Adelaide-based Natural Therapy Centre, the House of Healing, the construction of a 13-metre dome medical centre nearby is nearly completed. The domes are energy efficient, cost effective, disaster resistant, and have been treated to blend with the African landscape.
For me, it's about passion. It's about my belief that I have been brought here for a reason, and that reason is to serve the greater good of the communities. You know, we work with over 100,000 children each year around the world. And when I go into these countries and communities, I'm reminded of how powerful our stand for humanity is. I believe that everyone can make a difference. And it's through organisations like ours that people can be given that opportunity to make that difference. And so, yeah, that's really it.